Chud the Builder, locked away in a Tennessee courthouse, also was facing other charges in Montgomery, Alabama for dining and dashing. We got Job Makes Nerdies with a new report on the whole Chud the Builder situation, and we're going to review it for you.
With every single other racist in this country. And if you don't know, the TLDR version is this guy is a racist bigot streamer that went around calling people the hard R and everything else that you should not ever go around calling anybody. And eventually he got arrested not only for disorderly conduct and for dine and dash, but also for getting into an altercation literally right outside of a courtroom where he shot a black man just for simply being at the courtroom, tried to play self-defense and say that he was attacked first, and now it looks like he's going to be spending the rest of his natural life in prison because Chud is facing like 65 years total for attempted murder as the potential max outcome of time that he has to serve. And it's looking like he's gonna have
65 years? Oh, they trying to bury this man. I didn't know it was 65 years. At first, they was talking about 60. When did it become 65? Job Makes Nerdies. Hey, go make sure you subscribe to his channel, man, because he's dropping some new news, man, you could use. Yeah, nah, he 65 years, bro. Chud the Builder ain't never getting out on that $1.25 million bond. He got 2 court cases. The dining dash for $400. He was laughing during that whole stream too. That's crazy how this is gonna come back to bite him. The whole Lily Venus situation when he was talking bad about the black women who he used to do different things with. That's coming back because she's doing interviews on all the platforms, just putting all his dirt out in the street. So he getting hit 3 folds. Clarksville, Tennessee courthouse shooting, dine and dash, and Lily Venus. That's the 3-headed dragon that Chud the Builder does not want no parts of. He's cooked.
have to actually serve that time, which is the best form of karma that I literally could have ever seen. Especially when you think about the fact that this guy once again tried to pretend that self-defense was the reason behind using his firearm. But according to what happened in courts yesterday, as well as the first-hand eyewitness accounts of people who saw the event, as well as the video that was shown in court of the court's footage of what happened, Chud literally fired shots before anybody even engaged with him. Which means that he literally was getting his ass beat by a black man that he shot for basically no reason, after he had already had multiple pre-existing gunshot wounds, which is just another level of L for the racist losers that support Chud to have to take to face the fact that this man has such weak hands that he couldn't fight someone that was literally dying. But to make it worse than that, there is also the added given fact that Chud has so many people that were trying to claim that he was acting in self-defense. Even weirdo YouTubers, like the guy whose name I think is Alex or something, the 2IQ guy that caught EDP. And this guy was literally trying to pay for Chud to get out of prison, which is insane to me. But obviously he looks even more bad now because of the fact that we know that Chud is in the wrong, which is something that you should have already known before even looking at the situation based upon how Chud conducts himself online, and the fact that he was already at court for a prior related custody hearing case and decided to not only bring his gun but to harass and antagonize people outside should genuinely show you where this man's priorities are in life. Because I totally understand just doing content creation if that is your primary source of income. However, this man literally just now started gaining social media prominence online, and the whole stick that he has behind garnishing his fan base is literally being a bigot and trying to make it seem like it's American, cool, and okay to hate people simply because they exist or spam racial slurs instead of just interacting with your fellow human beings. So anybody that supported that obviously is not only in the wrong but is genuinely a detriment to the culture of this society and this country. And I feel like Chud the Builder is going to be used as a prime example to showcase the fact that we are no longer allowing bigoted ideology like this to gain prominence on social media. And because of that, the judge is definitely going to make an example out of this guy. And if you don't see that already, then you genuinely might be confused, because there's only one reason that they're choosing to continually and constantly deny this man's bond and bar him to the prison cells that he is probably terrified of. And that is because there is a lesson that you have to learn when it comes to interacting with people in this experience and learning how karma functions. And the brutal reality and truth of that is that whatever you dish out, you will get back tenfold. And this is obviously playing out for Chud the Builder in real time, because this man once again is facing several decades in prison when he's already like a 20 or 30-year-old man, which means he's probably going to spend the rest of his actual life behind bars. And if he does get any time out to enjoy the sun or feel the breeze on his skin, he will already be an old elderly man that was already forgotten by all the people that he's trying so hard.
All right, John makes nerdies. I'm gonna have to call a spade on that one. Chud the Builder will be back within a month, bruh. This is a white man in America, bruh. You know how America loves white man. They gotta put on a sing and dance show like a little clown act and be like, no, he's never getting out. He's getting 65 years. No, we're denying his bail. No, casinos can't pay him. But best believe, like my man Steve, Chud the Builder's getting out in July. I wouldn't be surprised if it was on July 4th, that good old boy American holiday of the Yankee Doodle Cowboy, where we celebrate the independence of the white man in America. That's probably when Chud the Builder's coming out. He's probably going to come out on White Man Independence Day, because we all know that July 4th is not Independence Day for blacks. It's Independence Day for white. Do your homework on what July 4th actually is, and then do your homework on what June the 19th is. It's actually called Juneteenth, celebrated by black folks. So do your homework on that, man. I'm gonna let you ask whatever AI of your choice is. Because we all know you ain't gonna go to the library. You're not gonna go on the Wikipedia. You ain't even gonna ask Reddit. You gonna go straight to your favorite AI. In the comment section right now, I just want you to put, what do you think Camels News' favorite AI is? I do have a favorite. And no, it's not no chat. That's for the sheep out there. If you use chat, you a sheep. I just want to tell you that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna look straight in your eye, and I'm gonna call you an NPC for using ChatGPT. You better get a better AI, boy. You better get a better AI.
Hard to impress for decades at that point. And that really goes to show you why you should prioritize things like family, community, and your relationship with your creator over online social media relevance. And if you're not using your platform in order to instill these values and bring people closer to their relationship with God, and instead choose to bring them farther away, you will have to rectify this and you will receive karmic justice for it. I feel like this is a perfect proof of that right here. Literally right before Chud got arrested, I made another video talking about how much of a problem he is and the fact that he would have to face karma for all his terrible actions and the damage that he's doing to the community simply by existing. And literally not even a week after I put that video up, this man gets arrested for attempted murder, and now it's looking like he's actually going to be convicted of that. So once again, please do not play when it comes to understanding how the universe does take count of every single action or inaction, and how that will literally affect and impact the rest of your life depending on how severe it is. And when it comes to something like this, where the whole stick and gimmick behind the character is just spreading hate,
So I don't believe in karma in the way he's saying it, or that God's retribution. I don't believe that morality actually exists outside of the human concept of humanism. I believe it's more of a flow of energy. I believe in the Hermetic principles. Look those up, do your own homework. But no, I don't think just by walking around and doing things with the phone, you'll get karmic retribution. There's a better way to go about life, but I mean, you have certain figures like Vladimir Putin. What is Vladimir Putin's karmic retribution for all the things that he's done? Kim Il-jung, Fidel Castro. There's tons of prominent figures who have done wild things that most people in the human species would say, like, hey, you can't do that. He's going to give bad karma for doing those things. And no, it's because they follow the 7 Hermetic principles. So I believe if you go against those principles, then you will be in a world of knuckle sandwiches. But you can do dirt. I mean, the yin and the yang are equally as powerful. We live in a globe that happens to work on duality. So you can be the worst or you can be the best, but people will still love and hate you. And you can still get paid for being the worst and the best while people love and hate you. I mean, as long as you take one extreme side of the fence, you're going to find some type of hanky doodles to deal with on that side of the fence. You can be the greatest newscaster or the worst newscaster, but people are still going to tune in and people are still going to be interested in what you have to say. So I would say Chud the Builder is more on the dark side, like Darth Vader. Let's say he's Darth Vader. Let's say Chud the Builder is Darth Vader. Darth Vader still did many things. He had one of the greatest movies. I mean, people watch Star Wars more for Darth Vader than they do Luke Skywalker. So people watch Chud the Builder more than they watch, I don't know, the opposite of Chud the Builder. Who's the opposite of Chud the Builder? I don't know. You know why? Because that guy was boring. I know Chud the Builder. I know Darth Vader. I don't know much about Luke Skywalker. I know more about Darth Vader. So remember, just because Chud the Builder seems to be a bad guy doesn't mean in the world of karma, energy, or spirituality that he's a bad guy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell, and I'll bring you more mails. Camels news you can use.